Welcome back to the Fan Wire Podcast. We just witnessed a nail biter to a degree through 3/4 of a game between Maryland and Wisconsin. Maryland ended up getting a victory. It was 83-68 against Wisconsin, and they should have done a lot better than what they did, in my opinion. I expected them to get Wisconsin out of the way quickly. However, that was not the case. I'm not sure if they had jet lag. I'm not sure, I'm not sure what was going on. I don't want to speculate. But I know one thing. The score shouldn't have been as close as it was throughout that entire game. Maryland, at the end, about midway through the fourth quarter, decided, hey, we're going to go ahead and get this out the way. This game is too close. But, they decided to go ahead and get it done. They ended up winning in a convincing fashion by the score, winning by 15 points. And they were without services from Sarah Tibiasu and also another important player, and that will be Miss Sayla Poffenbach. They were both sidelined for various things. Sayla Poffenbacher was sidelined due to an illness, and Sarah Tibiasu was sidelined due to an ankle injury. Both players had played in all 15 games prior to today, and you can tell that both of those players are very important pieces to the success of the team. But the other players that stood in the gap for those two missing players, they held it down. All right. So with that being said, the University of Maryland women's basketball team is now 15-1. So that's good to know. We expect that the Maryland Terps are going to keep on going. And the bright spots of this game were Bree McDaniel. Bree McDaniel was a beast today. She was the juggernaut today. She couldn't be stopped. She had a will to keep Maryland in this game because they got very close. But Bree decided to keep putting her foot on the gas. Bree ended up with 21 points as a starter today because she has been traditionally the sixth woman for this team and has been doing a stellar job in that role. But she stepped up today with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. She had the will to win throughout the entire game. We also had some other standout performances from Cheyenne Sellers. Cheyenne Sellers had 19 points. That's a little bit more than what I expected from her today. But she had to put up more points than she probably really had to. But you can tell that Cheyenne could have got probably 30 points today if she had to. Kayleen Smickle ended up with 18 points, and she couldn't be stopped on the board. She had 8 boards, and she didn't shoot her traditional 3-point shot. She was 1 of 5 today, but she got those key rebounds and hit quality shots today. So those three individuals really did it. And also Christina Dallas, she had 15 points, 8 rebounds. She stood in the gap for Poffenbarger and well, actually, Christina Dallas is a very important piece. She actually got a little nicked up today, and she actually uh, really showed grit today. She had a leg injury early, I believe, in the second quarter, or it may have been the first quarter, but she came back. She was all bandaged up, and she also displayed a dynamic will to win today. She laid it on the line today. I know she could be hurting probably tomorrow, but go ahead and rest on up and get ready for the next one. But we definitely appreciate that what you did today. It was spectacular. Additionally, regarding Wisconsin actually, they played a really good game. They wanted this one, but they just didn't have enough in the end. Sarah Williams was phenomenal. 24 points, 5 rebounds. The junior, I believe, let's see here. Yes, the junior, 6'4" forward. She was spectacular today. She couldn't be stopped. Even though she didn't hit her normal traditional amount of rebounds, but she made it up for it in points. She only had 5 rebounds, where she traditionally will have about 11 rebounds. But I know if we had our other big women, and I think that's incorrect to say. I got to come up with something better than that. But I really think that we would have definitely out-rebounded Wisconsin. It could have got bad. But this was a good test for us. We had to really dig deep to get this win. And, just had to see what we had coming from this one. So, again, the Maryland Terps, we pulled out the victory, 83-68 over the Wisconsin Badgers. It was close until the very end. In the fourth quarter, we beat the Wisconsin Badgers. We actually outscored the Wisconsin Badgers 21-8. So we D them up. We put the clamps on Wisconsin. And I expected this type of margin earlier in the game, but it still came at the right time. And the right time was enough to get the victory. And with that being said, that 83-68 win margin is enough for me. An ugly win is better than a pretty loss any day. Any day. That 21-8 margin. One more player from Wisconsin that had a standout game. Lily Crum. She had 16 points. She was lights out from 3, 5 from 10 from 3. She let it fly. So they lost their 3-point edge in the fourth quarter, so that really hindered their scoring ability. Williams kept producing, but Cheyenne Sellers put the team on her back and said, hey, we're going to get this victory and get out of here. Whether if it was backing smaller players down and just getting easy buckets, or taking the point guard role over and slowing the game down so that they can kill the clock while still maintaining a lead and get out of it. And just get out of it. So, with that being said, again, Maryland is currently ranked number 8 in the nation. They have a record now of 15-1. They're 5-1 in the conference. So this was a Big Ten game. And, they're just going to keep on pushing. Wisconsin is now 10-7, and they're 1-5 in conference play. So the Terps beat the Badgers 83-68. So that's all for today. Ladies from the Terps, get all rested up and healed up. But I'm sure you all will be running because this should not have been this close. So I'm pretty sure you might be paying for this one. But I'd rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss any day. So we're thankful for all of you all tuning in. And we look forward to you all turning in on later videos and live streams. And this is Delano from the Fan Wire Podcast. And we'll be back at you. Have a good one.